Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In this video I will show you how to create 8-way directional movement for your player character. So let's get started. So here I am in my basic locomotion project that I created in the last video. So if I play, my character can move around, and now I want to apply 8-way directional animations to my character. So let's see how we can do that. So before moving to 8-way directional movement, let me show you the logic of my player character that it has. So from begin play, we are just casting to our player controller and then checking if enhanced input local player subsystem is valid. Then we are just adding mapping context. So this whole thing just enables input for our player character. Then we have look logic, and then we have movement logic. And then we created animation blueprint for our player character. And in this animation blueprint, we created a state machine. And this state machine has only one state that indicates that our character can be either in idle state or walking. And we added a blend space that we created for our character's movement. So we created blend space 1D, which means that we specified that we only want our animations to be blended on one axis or in just one dimension. So as you can see that we only have horizontal axis, and we don't have any other axis than horizontal axis, just one axis. And then we have the value, our minimum value, and then we have our maximum value. And if our value is 0, then our character is playing idle animation, and if our value is increased, then we are playing walking animation. And then we just created this blend space, and we added it over here, and then plug the speed variable, and then we just update the speed variable from here by casting to our player character, then getting character movement, and then getting the velocity, and then converting it to vector length, and then setting our speed. So that's the logic that we implemented in the previous video. To create 8-way directional movement, you need some directional movement animations for your player character. Now there are many assets on Fab that contains directional movement animations. However, what I'm doing is I'm just using the assets from third person template. So as you can see that we have walk backward left, walk backward right, then walk forward left, walk forward right, and walk left, and walk right. All of these are directional movement animations. So if I open them, you can see that they all are in different direction. So how I get them is basically I just exported this whole characters folder. If I show you this whole characters folder from third person template, and then this gave me these meshes and then animations. So once you have all animations, now all you have to do is go to your blueprints folder, and then in your player character, and over here we just want to create a new blend space. So I'm gonna right click and then go to animation, and from here we can go to blend space. Now last time we created blend space by going to legacy and then creating blend space 1D. So what this does is this created a blend space 1D, that means which only have one axis. So for 8-way directional movement we need two axes. So we will create a normal blend space, and then we will select our skeleton, and I'm gonna name it as ps underscore 8 8-way locomotion, and then let's open it up. Now as you can see that under the axis settings, this time we got horizontal axis and vertical axis as well. Now if I show you the previous blend space that we created last time, this blend space only have one axis, only horizontal axis. So but our new blend space have horizontal axis and vertical axis as well. And in the graph you can see that there are two axes as well. So we got a horizontal axis and then we have vertical axis. So for our horizontal axis, what we're gonna do is we will name it as direction, and then for the minimum axis value would be -180, and the maximum value would be 180. that means that we are indicating that our direction would be between negative 180 and 180. And then for the grid deviation, you want to set it to 8 because I want my character to be playing different animations in different direction. And then make sure to take the snap to grid. And then for the vertical axis, we're gonna rename it as speed. And then minimum axis value should be 0. And for the maximum axis value, I want you to set it to your character's max walk speed. So over here we have max walk speed set to 300, so I'm gonna set it to 300 as well. And for grid deviation, I'm gonna set it to 1 because we only want to go from idle to walking. So when our speed is 0, that means that we are idle, and if our speed is 300, that means that we are walking. And also make sure to set the snap to grid to true as well. Now once we have set our horizontal and vertical axis, you can see that now there is some more grids on my graph. So now let's place our animations. So regardless of my direction, I just want to check if my speed is 0. I want my character to be playing idle animation. So I'm gonna search for idle, and in my case it is mm_idle. So I'm gonna put this animation on all these graphs. Okay, so now we have applied all our idle animations on the graph, and as you can see, regardless of direction, we are saying that if our speed is 0, we want our character to be playing idle animation. Now if you click on any of these animations, you can see that the value of direction and value of speed on that specific grid. So if I select this, over here we have the direction 0 and speed 0 as well. But if I if I hold control and then move mouse right along this grid, you can see that my value becomes 300. So what I want over here is that if my direction is 0 but my speed is increased from 0 to 300, I want my character to be moving in forward direction. So we can add our walk forward animation on this grid. And now as you can see, if I hold control and then just hover my mouse, you can see that when my speed is 0, my character is playing idle animation, and when my direction is 0 and speed becomes 300, now my character is playing forward animation. Okay, now we have applied our walk forward animation, as you can see, and we say that we want to play this animation when our direction is 0 and our speed becomes 300. But now there are many other animations like backwards, backward left, backward right, or forward left, forward right. So where are these animations will gonna be placed? So there is a quick tip that I want to share with you guys before we continue that will help you to understand this blend space much easily. So if I click on any of these animations, you can see that I will get the direction value. So if the direction value is in positive integers, like over here we have 90, then we have 45, and over here we have negative 45 and negative 90. So what I want to tell you is that if the direction value on this specific grid is in positive, then the grid right above it will always have the animations to the right side. Now what I mean by that is, let me show you. If I go to my asset browser, and over here you can see that we have animation walk right, backward right, and we have backward left. So left indicates that our character will be moving in the left side, and the right indicates that our character is moving to the right side. So what I am trying to tell you is that if the direction is in positive integers, then you will apply the animations that are on the right side. So now we will find the grid where our direction is 90. So in my case it is this one. As you can see, if you click it, you can see the direction on this grid. So my direction is 90. Then I want to play the right animation, the normal right. And similarly, when my direction becomes -90, which is over here, I want to play the left animation like this. So if I move my camera like behind my character, and then if I just hold control and then hover my mouse, you can see that when my direction is 0 and speed becomes 300, my character is moving forward. Let me just move it a little bit like this. And when my direction becomes 90 and my speed becomes 300, we are moving to the right side. And then when my direction becomes -90 and my speed becomes 300, we are moving to the left side. However, my character is still facing to the right side, but if you just focus a little bit on my character's leg, so the animation is playing backwards. That indicates that my character is moving to the left side. Well, you'll understand it much more when we will just apply all these animations and then play the game. Now, for the backward animations, when our direction becomes either positive 180 or negative 180, we want our character to be moving backwards. So we'll select the unarmed walk backward, and let's place it over here and also place it over here. So if you can see that when my direction becomes 180 or negative 180, we are just moving backwards. And then lastly, for our forward left and forward right, and similarly for backward left, backward right, so in between our 0 and 45, when our direction is 0, and sorry, not 45 but 90, so in between we have a 45 when our direction is 45. So then what we want is we will play our forward right animation and y right animation because our direction value is in positive. So we'll play forward right, and then when our direction is -45, we'll play forward left. And lastly, right in between our 90 to 180, we have 135. So that means right in between when our character is moving to the right and then backwards, right in between this, we want our backward right. And again, why backward right? Because direction is in positive. So we'll apply backward right over here. And for the right in between this, when my direction is between -90 and -180, we'll apply backward left. So we apply this. So now my blend space will gonna look something like this. So we are moving in forward, then forward right, right, backward right, and backwards. And then similarly, we are moving in forward left, left, backward left, and then backward. Okay, so now we have applied our animations in our blend space. Now we can go to our player character animation blueprint, and over here we need to go to animation graph, and then we'll open our state machine that we created, and inside our idle slash walk state, we'll just simply replace this our previous blend space with the one that we created, and I'm gonna plug the output to the result. And for speed we have a variable already, and for direction we will just simply right click and promote it to a variable. And then if we go to our event graph, you can see that we have updated our speed. How we are updating it is basically we are checking if the owner of this animation blueprint, if it is valid, then we are casting to our player character, and we know because this animation blueprint will only be used by our player character. And then we are getting and setting its reference, and then we are getting character movement, and from character movement we are getting our character velocity, and then we are using this vector length to convert our velocity from vector to float, and then setting our speed accordingly. So now all we have to do is we have to set our direction as well. So to set our direction, what we will do is we'll simply drag a node from direction and search for calculate direction. Now over here, all you need is velocity and your base rotation. So that's why I just created velocity as a variable. So you can just simply drag it and place it over here. And for the base rotation, you can just simply get your player character and get actor rotation, and then just simply connect it into the base rotation, and that's it. Now if I compile save and I play, you can see that my character is still does not doing the 8-way directional walk. So to do that, you need to go to your player character blueprint, and over here inside your character movement, you need to scroll down, and you need to okay, so here we are. You need to untick the orient rotation to movement and take this use controller desired rotation. And then if you compile save, and now if I play, you can see that my 8-way directional walk is ready. So also if you want it to be a little bit smoother, you can just simply go to your blend space and scroll down a little bit, and over here you'll have weight speed. Just increase it something like 7, and now your animations will be much smoother. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys like it, and if you guys like it, please make sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.